Hello, welcome to a new episode of Geek Lunch Me. I'm your host Chris, as usual. Now, this week has seen the release of the ludicrously titled Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong comic. And I do love a good weird comic crossover, and obviously I'm a big fan of Godzilla, as you know if you've seen the channel before. So I thought we'd delve inside and take a closer look. If you like the video, don't forget, hit the thumbs up, helps us out a great deal, helps the video get seen by more people. And if you're not already subscribed, why not smash that subscribe button? We'd absolutely love to have you as a subscriber. So, Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong. It says issue 1 has just come out. It's a 7-issue series, which will, if it comes out on time every month, will take us up to April 2024, which no doubt is a take advantage and will tie into Godzilla Kong, the new empire that releases then. So it's written by Brian Bucalato, I think you pronounce his name, and illustrated by Christian Douce. And it's a joint publication, of course, between DC and Legendary. Now, I don't read a lot of superhero comics. I do collect comic books, but it's mainly ones that are based on movies, say Godzilla, Star Wars, Aliens, Predator, things like that, things like Hellboy as well I also collect. But I spent most of my teenage years in the Legendary Mondo comics. So I've got a passing knowledge, of most superhero stuff. And obviously I love a good superhero movie as well. So yeah, I don't know all sort of ins and outs, intricacies and the continuities and all that sort of thing, but I've got a passing knowledge, of most of the heroes that are around. So Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, issue 1. It's very much a setup issue, as you'd expect. So don't expect much Godzilla or much Kong. It's mostly spent with the Justice League. The comic starts off with Clark Kent, and he's going to propose to Lois Lane on top of the Daily Planet building. Now, as I say, I'm not up on my comic book history with the superheroes, so I don't know. I assumed that Clark and Lois would already been married, so whether or not this is set on a different version of Earth, or it's set further back in the timeline, I'm not sure. Or maybe that's just where we are with the current continuity. If you're a DC buff and you know more of the ins and outs, leave a comment below. And basically, Clark's proposal gets interrupted by the big man himself. We then flash back a little bit and we get to see what's happening with the rest of the Justice League and how they have to go and thwart an attack on Superman's Fortress of Solitude, where a veritable rogues gallery of villains are trying to steal the Mother Box. Mother Box I do recognise from the crappy Justice League movie. Don't really know a great deal about it, but they're trying to steal one that Superman's got. You've got Lex Luthor, Manta I recognise from Aquaman, Toyman's Cheetah from the atrocious Wonder Woman 1984 movie, and Gorilla God. I've seen this from DC comic books before, who no doubt is there to sort of make some sort of connection with Kong, who sort of turns up again, just sort of a little cameo towards the end of the first issue. So yeah, the artwork is great, really nice. The colouring is good as well, really nice and vibrant. As I say, we don't get to see Godzilla much. He does turn up, we get this sort of big 4-page rendering of him that looks fantastic. But as I say, it's only setting the scene. So if you're expecting, if you're going to this as a big Godzilla and Kong fan, don't be disappointed that they're not in it too much. Hopefully, I imagine we're going to see a lot more of them in the upcoming issues. One thing I will say, and again, I don't know if this is the way he's normally done, but the Green Arrow character is written as an absolute dick. I don't know if that's how he's normally written in DC continuity. Again, if that's something he normally is, say drop us a comment below and let me know. There are, I believe, 9 variant covers. Not as bad as it was back in the 90s with all the foil covers and inserts and glow-in-the-dark things and various marketing devices they used then. But so yeah, if you're a completist sort of collector, it's going to set you back quite a bit of dough to collect all 9 covers. I've got one of the wraparound covers. I believe there are 2 wraparound covers and 7 normal covers. And as I say, there's going to be 7 issues in total. So as I say, I enjoyed the issues and well-written dialogue between the Justice League and the various villains that are working together as well. And while superhero comics aren't massively my thing, the premise that it sets up hopefully is going to lead to some giant kaiju action in the forthcoming issues. I must add as well, this is not the most ludicrous team up that Godzilla's ever had. We have Godzilla versus Barkley, which I think was from back in 1992. Where Godzilla took on basketball legend Charles Barkley. It was, if I remember correctly, I think it was a Nike commercial that they made, the Legendary Effects unit, Industrial Light and Magic. It did all the effects for that using a proper man in a suit, and miniature buildings. And Dark Horse Comics, who had the license for Godzilla at the time, produced this one-shot. And I wouldn't be surprised now that we've had Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong that we'll get some more comics crossovers further down the line. Marvel at the moment, now that Disney owns it, and also 20th Century Fox as well, is coming about issue 1 recently of Wolverine versus Predator, which was a really good read. I recommend that one, and that opens up a massive possibility. I imagine we're going to see a lot more of the Marvel heroes having to deal with the Predator, maybe even aliens as well. So, thanks for watching this video. Have you read the first issue of Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong? What did you think? Say, drop a comment below, or try to reply to all the comments. Always good to hear from you. Maybe I'll do a review once all 7 issues are out. Maybe I'll do a review looking back at the whole series and see how it got on. So, thanks for watching. Take care. And until next time, eat geek and be merry.